Hey guys, welcome to the 7th episode of Codexity, and today we're going to be building the forestry industry and the agricultural industry, and this is going to be the last industrial build for the next 10 episodes at least. I can guess 10 episodes is after 10 episodes is when we start building another industry in the city. Now, before we dive deep into the episode, I'd like to formally apologize to the people who watch my videos because I did not upload an episode on this Saturday. Actually, by the time you see this episode, it's gonna be Monday, so apologies for that because I had a few of my own personal reasons. Anyways, keeping things aside and getting into the episode, so what you're seeing me build is, I think, pretty obvious. I don't have to repeat it again. It's just me painting all the, I don't know what to call those again. Why do I keep forgetting it? They are called the districts. Sorry, the industrial districts. And the first industry I build is the agricultural industry. So as you can see, I just placed the main building for the agricultural industry, and then I placed the barracks. Actually, I think I'm not sure if those are the barracks or the maintenance buildings, but yeah, those are the barracks because I'm placing multiple of those. And then I placed a few parking for the people who are gonna work. Since these industries are pretty much small, I did not provide so much parking as much as I did for the ore and oil industries. The agricultural industry has 4 types of processing buildings, just like the others, but the only difference is in the other industrial area types, there are 2 buildings for each kind of special product which is being produced. Though in the agricultural industry, there are 3 for one of those special products, and another only one of them for the second type. So the 2 products which are produced in the agricultural industry are flour and animal products. So there are 3 for animal products and 1 for the flour. And I think agricultural industry is the only exception to have this kind of division with the processing buildings. And most of these buildings have a pretty small footprint except for the slaughterhouse. As you can see, I've given entirely separate block for the slaughterhouses because of their enormous size. Another thing I want to talk about other than the episode is that I got a few feedback from my friends that I should try and make my videos a bit more smaller. So for the people who were asking me that, I have actually tried to make this video a bit shorter. I've actually finished it in 10 minutes only, and I hope if you're watching this episode, I hope you like it and maybe tell me how you feel about this. And if you like it, I will try to cover as much of the content of the episodes in 10 minutes and put out the videos, or I might have to extend it. So we'll see. And thank you for the people who actually gave those feedbacks. They know who they are. So yeah. And I know there are many of you who like the music I play in my videos, so if you want, you can go to the Monstercat YouTube channel and actually support the individual creators who have made these songs. They're really good. You should actually give them a listen, and yeah, they're great. So you guys can go and listen to them after the video. The link is in the description. And for the people who keep asking me that why do I keep looking at the downtown again and again, is because the last time I built industries, all my offices got abandoned because there were a lot of goods being produced but there were no buyers. So you have to you can't exactly overlook that fact, otherwise your whole whole city will get abandoned mostly. And that actually dropped my economy a lot, to be honest, since there was so many goods being produced but there was no one to buy them. I was actually going in a lot of negative economy when I did that, so I had to keep an eye on this time and not mess it up. And this is the part where I actually start placing a few more unique factories. So these unique factories have a very large footprint. As you can see, they're big factories, and this is what actually makes the industries look cooler. Now I've placed these unique factories according to the requirement of the raw material for those factories. Like steel plant, like the steel plant, I have placed it right in the center of the ore industry because that thing only requires ore. Whereas a few other, like a furniture store, like a furniture factory, I've placed it right smack dab in the middle of the forestry industry because it requires forestry products, and an oil refinery is in the middle of this thing. But there are some in front middle of the oil industry, but there are some of those unique factories which require multiple resources. So what I've done is I've placed them below the industries actually, and a bit far from the main industries, but they're on the same island and right below them. And I've actually placed the ore and oil combined industries, like the combined unique factories, on the ore and oil island, and the agriculture and forestry combined on this island. One thing that you have to remember is that you have to choose a very optimal position for your unique factories, because if the goods don't reach to your unique factories, then again you will go in loss, because there will be a lot of other resources which are stuck in the production line because there is not so imagine there are 3 things required to make one specific product, and 2 of those things are there, but the third thing is not able to reach the factory. So those 2 things are still kept in the production line waiting for the last one, and it'll just be sitting there and not being very profitable either, which will further lead you to a loss, actually quite a big loss. So you have to think where you place all the unique factories in your city. So you just saw me place all the forestry buildings a few minutes ago, and I think after the ore industry, the forestry industry has one of the biggest footprint buildings in terms of industry wise. I do not count the unique factories over here. As you can see, there are all sorts of unique factories, from extremely small to extremely big. So there are car plants which are very big, then there are furniture plants which are extremely small. I wouldn't say extremely small, they're decently sized actually. If you actually want more information about industries, you can actually go to the City Skylines YouTube channel and watch the YouTube playlist on the Industries DLC expansion pack, and that's pretty informative and it's very helpful. That's how actually even I learned how to use these industries properly. Even if the words don't come out, they're here inside my head, stuck inside my mouth. So I guess we're coming to the end of this episode. If you liked my content and wish to see more, please do subscribe to my channel. And if there's something you want me to improve in, whether it's my voiceover or content, please feel free to write it down in the comments or get in touch with me on Instagram or Twitter. So this is it for this episode. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.